Hey guys, I'm going to start by just saying my heart is not in even doing anything right now as far as making a live or anything of that nature. But I see the news is already rolling with information, so I figured I might as well just come on and report and say it as it is, like it is. It's not about my opinion always, it's more about what's actually happening and what's going to happen, and that's what I'm going to say, I guess. Just finished having a meeting with everyone in the group at Coutts. Obviously, we've been reporting on everything that's happened in the evening yesterday with the RCMP coming up with again, still not that there's any proof, but we're hearing and our lawyers believe that the claims with the guns is true, and that those particular claims also come with some other not ramifications, but issues that are going to be apparent. So, trying to keep my thoughts organized because I'm just pissed off about all of this, honestly. In discussing with the group, Justin Trudeau's announcement with the Emergency Act, considering the infiltrations of our group of other extremist groups, which we cannot control. Obviously, having guns in here discredits the basis of our peaceful protest to an extent. Not that anyone here that's their intention, but their intention is 100% not to have violence or people put in danger through this protest. Which last night, obviously, there were some things that came to heads and some things, people that were put in danger that they didn't like. This blockade has also caused a lot of strife and stress on businesses, on farms, on trucking companies, my own company, and every other person who's in this blockade. Has had extreme financial pressure and stress put on them, whether it be from larger corporations or just purely the fact that they're not able to move their cows to get their feed for their cows. For me to get our trucks across the border in an efficient manner. It's caused delays, hundreds of miles of going around, disruptions in supply chain, which is its intent to a point. But the intent of this ultimately is not to hurt our fellow Canadians, entrepreneurs who are the backbone of our economy here, who are responsible for hundreds of other people's livelihoods. Intent was not to bankrupt other companies trying to make a point. So between those items, the Emergency Measures Act basically means that, and as we've seen from the last couple of days, the RCMP was already really not playing totally fair and getting a little dirty with us. And as pressure increases, tensions continue to rise on both sides of the coin. But now with the Emergencies Act, they basically have the potential to be unhinged. They don't have to be held accountable for anything. They can arrest people. They can freeze their bank accounts. They can pull their business authorities. They can detain you for uncontrollable amounts of time. And it becomes a situation where they don't have to justify actions, and we can't win. And we didn't sign up to come here and start a war. The intention was to be peaceful. So I'm trying to explain the situation. I hate it no matter any way you slice it. I personally feel like it's, and you can say, and everyone's saying, it's not a loss, and there's been a lot of benefits. Obviously, we've gained some ground with this, with the premiers across Canada. Justin Trudeau's announcement of not pulling the mandates today definitely is a knife in the side of all Canadians, I hope. They see, I think we've made it very clear and made Justin Trudeau and the Liberal government show their hand and how much they really do not care about Canadians at all. Not a whole lot different with Kenny, although now you can see from his verbiage that he's trying to change his lane so that he can win back his base. Man, it sucks. I feel like it's a break of my integrity to even consider leaving here while things are still undone. But ultimately, what this is all coming to say is that the road now is unblocked. We've agreed and are in the process of agreeing to leave Coutts as an entire group peacefully. Not 100% confirmed, but they believe that we will roll out here tomorrow morning and I'll head home. The RCMP has said that people will be allowed to leave here peacefully, not to say that there won't be charges laid and tickets and infractions and anything else that goes down after the fact, which the lawyers will deal with on an individual basis. But guys didn't come here to go to war with the government. They came here to fight for their freedom. They're tired. We've been here for 16 days. Families are struggling. Wives are breaking down. We got to take care of families too. But we also need our freedom. So the sentiment is that this does not end here. It's not over. Even though we leave this place, we started between Ottawa and Coutts, we started a massive movement throughout the whole globe. And I think that it's important to say that, you know, that we played that role here. And it's important not to also let our pride get the best of us. It's not actually about walking out of here and receiving a gold medal. It's not about who wins and who loses. It's about our country getting its freedom back, and we have made massive strides toward that in this movement. And the movement's not over. This isn't over. There's a lot more to go, and we're going to have to take that fight up on another front for now. So, although my heart feels broken about the decision and just the aspect of leaving here without everything that we wanted and asked for, I do believe that it's better that we leave here unified than separated, because unifying Canada on this front is the most important part. Yeah, I think we still intend to do PB&J tonight, so we'll talk about a lot of things more at length then, but I wanted to get the information out and make sure that we are continuing to put forth our own narrative and not letting the mainstream media decide what is believed by the public on this kind of stuff. So I'll answer your messages and your questions. I'll hear your disappointments. Don't get me wrong, I'm very disappointed too. But for now, that's the information that I have. I'll talk to you guys later. Canada, this is the land of the patriot. They want to strip our freedoms away. There is no way they'll be taking it. They want their vision, but we stand together united.